Hi everyone. So you've made your hat. Here, I'll flip it to this side so it's not distracting. And so now we're gonna talk about making the eyes. Now this video is gonna be pretty long because I tried to use a videoing app that cuts the video for you, but it wasn't working out. So we're gonna do this real time. It's gonna be quite a long video. So just know you can skip around a little bit, so it's not going to be the actual amount of time. So for the eyes, it goes black, white, and green. Now, I personally can't, I think it's really hard to see the black when I'm working with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the pupil in green, but just know that your starting color is going to be black. So let's go ahead and start that. Also ignore how there's only one blush on my frog. I didn't finish it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start this off like very similar to, hold on, let me move the camera closer, to how we did the start of the hat. So we're just going to create a slip knot, and this would be black. So just know that this green that I'm starting off with is going to be black. So we're just going to chain 4. So we're going to go yarn over 1, pull through, yarn over 2, 3, 4, and that would be 4. And then like the start of the hat, we're going to find the starting chain, the very first one, and we're going to put our hook through this end, through the top 2, and then we're just going to, hold on, yarn over and pull through both. And then we'll have like the little hole. You should be able to do this. You made your hat already, so it's all good. So you see how there are 2 holes, the one that's farthest away from you and the one that's closest. So this one and this one. We're going to be working through this one, where my finger's poking through. And basically what we did when we made the hat was something called a half double crochet. And now we're going to be doing a full double crochet. So what that is we're going to chain 3. So yarn over 1, yarn over 2, yarn over 3. And then we're going to yarn over, go through the center, pull through, and then we're going to yarn over this, pull through a strand of yarn. So you're going to have 3 loops on your hook right here, and you're going to yarn over again. And this is where the stitch changes. So you're going to pull through the first 2. So you're going to pull through this one right here and this one. So 1, 2. And then you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. And then you're going to yarn over and pull through. That is a double crochet. Now I've linked a video down below that goes over it in more detail, but that one's on like a straight kind of thing. This one's on a curved kind of thing. And remember, it's very important for you to chain 3 up because we need this for height. Now we're going to need 8 more double crochets. You should have 10 kind of like things in total. So this would be 1, this would be 2. So let me go over again. So yarn over, go through the center, pull through a piece of yarn, yarn over again, pull through 2, pull through 2. And I'll do it again and I'll explain it, and then the other times I'm just going to start to go quickly. So this is 3. So yarn, so let me repeat that. So yarn over, go through the center, pull through a piece of yarn. You should have 3 on your hook. Then yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're just going to keep doing that until we hit 10 in total, or 9 in total, I guess, technically, because some people don't count this last one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be our 6th one. This is where you kind of can like pause the video or skip through 6 in case you don't really want to watch me do this all, because I have to do this in real time. So that's 7, 8. Oh, and remember that this, like the starting piece kind of needs to be ingrained when you are making it. So right here, like that kind of like end that you had when you started the chain, just make sure you're going over it and doing it so that you can pull. So that's 9. And then here we go. Here we are on 10. Remember, this is black. This is your pupil. So just because I'm using green, don't use green. So you see how we have like this hole in the center? We don't really want that. So we're going to take this one and we're just going to pull really hard. And it's going to get rid of it pretty easily. Like there is still a little hole right here, but we're just going to attach. So we're just going to attach like this one to up here. So what you're going to do to change colors is we're going to grab our white now. And we're finally back on like you're following the same colors as me. And we're just going to make a slip knot onto our chain, pull it tight, and what you're going to do is you're just going to pull that white through the green, or your black in your case, and then what we're going to do, here, get all this yarn out of the way, is we're going to basically hold this up and we're going to look for the third slip knot, the third like loop that we made in the beginning. So here's 1, here's 2, and then here's 3. So we're going to try to get like both the loops on our hook right here up the top. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but just put it there. And we have that. So what you kind of can see right here, we have 1, 2, 3. And then we're just going to take the white and then we're going to slip knot both. And you have like this little hole right here. It's very easy to fix. You're just going to pull on the yarn that's connected to your ball and it will close it. Now I'm going to cut this off here, like the green yarn, just because I need it later on. But if you want to keep the black yarn on there until the end, you can. It's just going to get a little messy. So now we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. This is where the thing is going to change. So we're going to do an increase every other loop. So it'll be an increase, double crochet, increase. So an increase is just 2 double crochet and 1 loop. So we'll start off with that. So going to the same loop that we pulled through, I'm just going to put in another double crochet. It's kind of hard because it's a little tight. And then that's an increase. And then we're going to yarn over, and then we're going to go to the second loop, and we're only going to do 1 double crochet. And that would be 1. And then we're going to do an increase. So we go to this loop, and we're going to put 2 double crochet in here. 1, 2. And let me get a little bit more yarn. And then we're going to follow the same pattern. So since we've done 2, and you can kind of see it, you can see like how there's 1 right here and then there's 2 in here. So then we do 1 here. And then 2 in here. One in here. 2 in here. Make sure that I'm following. Yep. It's very easy to follow the pattern. It's a pretty easy pattern. So you're going to see that it's starting to curl up. That's perfectly normal. It's basically the top of a hat. It's not extremely similar to how it's not like, let me rephrase that. It's very similar to how we made our hat. It's not the same, but I do know there's several other bucket hat tutorials that kind of follow the same thing. I just did a single crochet one because I felt like it looked a little bit better. And yeah, remember this looks kind of weird because my pupil is green, so don't like freak out about that. So this last one is a little different than the other ones because it's starting to curl up, and I don't want it to be like, I don't want to attach it and then for it to be like super curly. I'm going to do an increase here. Even though I already did an increase, I'm going off pattern just because I need a little bit more room. So there we have my increase. Now we're going to change. This is where you actually have green. So this green that I'm using right now is going to be your actual green. So I'm going to create a slip knot, and you can do this with your finger too if you really want to. And then we're going to put it on our hook, tighten it, and then we're going to do what we did for the last one. We're just going to pull it through the white, tighten the white and both the green, and then we're going to count. So we have 1 right here, 1, 2, 3 up at the top, and then slip it through. Don't grab the excess one. Slip it through 1, slip it through 2. And we have a little bit of like hole right here. Don't freak out about that. Just pull this white really tight and it will get rid of it. So now, once again, we're going to find the yarn. Oh, there's a lot of yarn right here. Sorry, guys. There we go. Find this one. I'm going to chain 3. So 1, hold on, let me get that tighter. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut off this yarn. So to clean it up so I don't get everything kind of all over the place, for the greens, this would be your black. You're just going to tie them together, knot it. Now the back does not have to be pretty because we are going to have something covering it to give it more stability. So if your knots kind of go over each other, it's all good. Just sew the excess to the side. Do the same thing with the white. Pull it really, really tight so it closes, and then tie them together. And then we're just going to do that. And there we go. Now I can actually see what I'm doing. So we're just going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now this one's different. This one's going to be an increase every 2 double crochet. So we're going to do an increase right here through the same loop. So an increase would just be another double crochet right here. And then we're going to do a single crochet in the next loop right here. And then a single crochet in this one. We're not going to do an increase right here. We're going to do an increase on the next one. So this one's going to be an increase. Let me get that right. So there we go. You kind of see the pattern. So increase, single, single, increase. Again, this is just 1 double crochet. Let me get myself some more yarn. This is another double crochet, single. And now we're on an increase. So increase into this one. 1, 2, 1. Okay, and now we're going to do 2 more. Single. My eye looks really, really weird right now because of that green, but it should look normal to you. So 1, 2, and then another increase. Also, if I'm going too fast for you, you can slow down the video, I think, to the playback speeds a little bit slower so you don't have to like keep pausing it. But I'm also, like I said, I'm also linking a video on how to do it down below so you kind of know. Okay, so we're coming towards the end. I'm going to end on an increase, so that's pretty good for us. If you're following like the same kind of pattern, you should end on an increase. I've done this a few times and I've always ended on an increase. If you don't though, just make it so you do. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. Okay, so ended on the increase. Now this one's very simple. You're just going to slip knot it. So you're just going to count 1, 2, 3. Or get to the third one. Go through both of them. Slip knot. And then that is your eye. Now it looks very weird because it's like green at the center right now. So I'm going to redo the slip knot for you because I think I was out of frame. Yarn over, slip knot, 1, 2, 3. Slip knot. And yeah, so this is your eye. It's going to look very different because on here, it's going to kind of look like this. So now we're going to work on the back, which is basically just the green. It's just